Well, Uber destroyed themselves between shared rides, the super long pickups lately, the increase. Lately, Uber came out and increased their rates on the passenger side, if you haven't noticed already. If you're a passenger and you use Uber, you'll probably notice the rates went up a little bit. I don't think Lyft did yet. But the problem is, we all know Lyft is a copycat. But as of today, I noticed everybody was taking Lyft. I was asking people, I was like, do you use both apps? And a lot of them were like, yeah, Uber seems like it's extremely high today. And everybody was taking Lyft. So I was getting back-to-back rides today. It almost made me feel like last year, where because of the area filter now, don't think that, I don't want to give Lyft too much credit. Like, if they didn't have that area filter, I probably wouldn't have got back-to-back close pickup rides. But today, probably because of Uber, and I was getting back-to-back rides to the point where it felt like last year again, when I used to be able to make a quick $100 in like 5 hours. I did it literally 5 hours flat, $100. And you might not be thinking, oh, it's not a lot, but lately that's been very challenging. Our money has dropped like almost exactly 30%, because in 5 hours I usually hit $70 to $80 in about 5 hours. And I used to be able to get it done at 4 early last year, before they started doing the next wave of pay cuts. So today it was a flashback on the Lyft side. It felt like old times. The only thing I was missing is the challenge, but I was getting that new bonus crap they got, the 10% or 20% or 30%. I was hitting that. So this is what I'm saying. Without the bells and whistles, Lyft nor Uber won't even pay us a fair wage. So it's like I really had to work the system. I had to literally shut off the Uber app altogether and only do Lyft, and go drive in those bonus times. And I knocked it out in literally 5 hours flat. But I didn't end my day. Normally I would end my day. I kept going. Probably total, I probably made like $20 on the Uber side. I made well over 100 on the well over my quota on the Lyft side. I probably made like 140 on the Lyft side. So it's been a decent day for a part-time Uber driver. Keyword part-time. I repeat, I am not a full-time Uber driver. So all you people be like, oh, you only made $100? That's it? You're lazy. I chose to only do this part-time. I do have some things going outside of just Uber and Lyft. But like I was telling my neighbor today, 2025, I'm diversifying, bro. I'm getting every type of license. I'm setting up my private business under my own LLC. And I will be trying to get several different licenses to diversify. I'm going to physically probably do some delivery. I don't even know if I'm even try food delivery, guys. I hate food delivery. I didn't even try it. I'm sitting there saying I hate it. Some people in the comments saying I should try it. You might like it. I might try it, but I can guarantee you I'm not going to like it. Because anything that requires you to do more work, I don't like it. Why why should I get out of the car in bad weather, go up steps, when I could literally stay in the car and make the same money? And people are saying per mile food delivery is better, but not much. Not on the Uber Eats side. It might be on, because even though I don't drive Uber Eats, I keep up with the data from other drivers. DoorDash might be different, but from what I'm seeing on Uber Eats, they still got extremely long pickups for food delivery. So it might be an Uber thing. Uber might just be screwing themselves. Uber's literally pushing business to Lyft today. They're doing Lyft a favor because Lyft is probably 10 to 100 times smaller. So they're doing Lyft a favor today, pushing business Lyft's way. And I hope they keep it up. I hope Uber keeps raising the prices. Now you might be thinking, well, why would you say something so mean? People could barely afford rides now. The taxi company, somebody said this in one of my comments. The taxi and limousine business model had it right all along. Because it's to the point now where Uber is the same price as these taxis. Oh, I almost witnessed an accident here. These people are driving crazy today. This is why I end my day early. But Uber did it to themselves. You know, raising the rates. I hope they keep doing it because it's making it easy to convert these people. People are asking me, do you do rides on the side? Like, they're asking me, can I give you my number? Because this is ridiculous. I can't afford to keep Uber. You're doing it to yourself. And I was watching the rideshare professor, and he was talking about how they supposedly are sending threatening messages. They didn't deactivate somebody for that. Well, yes, they did. I think they're threatening to deactivate somebody for social media because he said something about this guy that killed the CEO of the health company. I guess he was trying to support that guy, which I don't recommend. Hate. I should clarify. There's gonna be some hate towards these CEOs, but I don't think you should ever threaten death for someone's life, period. And I gotta be honest, Dara, CEO of Uber, probably one of the most hated CEOs on the planet, and I don't wish death on the guy. I don't. David Risher, even less. David Risher, you could tell he's a pushover. He's an easygoing guy. He's just doing what the company wants him to do, which is to siphon as much as you can from the drivers, where they could tolerate it, keep us going till the automation kicks in, and then we win. That's all these companies care about. But if you're smart, and somebody told me this in my comments, it was like, Will, they didn't say Will, but he's basically saying, I hope you're, in your business plan, I hope you got it where you're going to get a Tesla for these robo-taxi situations. And I was like, yep, I'm already on it. Already thought about it. That is something that can be purchased under your own LLC. Now it's a business expense. You could use it as a robo-taxi. I would not do that for a personal vehicle. Like a vehicle that I really want to have a personal attachment to, I would not put as a robo-taxi. Period. But if I have a vehicle bought under the business specifically for that, of course, it's in the business model. Because I know automation's coming. It's coming, whether we like it or not. I don't want to drive forever anyway. I want to be a dispatcher. I want to have 3 or 4 drivers. Here's the dream. It's only a dream now, but if you don't dream, you're never going to start. The dream is to have at least 3 drivers locally, which amongst the 5 towns that I like to be in, and which none of them is Bridgeport, Waterbury, or New Haven, or Hartford. Those are off the list. I'm not talking about those. I'm not talking about no Stanford area either. The towns I like to drive in are New Britain, Plainville, Newington, Farmington, occasionally Southernton, occasionally West Hartford, no East Hartford, no Hartford. The smaller towns up this way. Dodge Hartford as much as I can, which is hard because, I'm near that town. Airport to Windsor, I don't even go to Bradley anymore because Lyft rarely takes me out there, and Uber doesn't want to pay anything to go to the airport anymore. Go figure. So I haven't gone to Bradley in a while. I used to do Bradley airports all the time. But I'm glad that Uber's doing this. I'm glad I just told a passenger to her face, I'm not worried about getting banned from Uber for social media content. You know why? Because they pay me so little. I told my neighbor this. My neighbor's like, aren't you afraid you're going to get deactivated? Because I saw Mike Drop BBQ. He just got deactivated from Uber for some, I guess one of his subscribers possibly did it. That's crazy to me. If you guys are that hateful as subscribers to come on somebody's channel, report them to Uber so they get deactivated, that's hateful. That's really hateful. And I believe them. I believe there's people that hateful that they don't want to see you win. Some people just don't want to see you win. They just don't. They don't want to see you successful. They don't want to see you making more money than them. And then they're the ones that are paying attention. They're listening closely because they also want to go private, build their own business, build their own corporate credit for their business so they could go on and do other things. You can have 2 different business models, 3 different business models. You could build up your LLC or your company while you're doing gig work. Build up your business and corporate credit. Purchase vehicles to rent out to drivers, or you could hire drivers directly under your company, under your brand, pay them out like a fleet business model. But now even the fleet thing through Uber is looking iffy, so I would probably consider getting your own software for that. I would keep Uber and Lyft on the back burner, but not rely on them. Start getting several different licenses and some of these other app companies, because a lot of you mentioned it in the comments. There's other apps besides Uber and Lyft. You're absolutely right. I'm thinking about signing up for, even though I don't like delivery, I'm going to start signing up for delivery apps. Try them out. I'll probably do it, talk about them on the channel, because I'm diversifying next year. This is the end of Uber as we know it, because this has got to stop. The low pay has got to stop. We're not even ready to go automated yet, and they don't want to pay the drivers. We're not even close yet. I could see if we were hitting 20, 30, I could see Uber and Lyft gearing up to prepare to get slowly phasing out drivers with the low pay, but y'all pushing out drivers early. The rise of private independent drivers, true independent drivers, I believe is 2025. You're going to see a lot more. And a guy that drives a taxi thought I wasn't including them. I'm including you. You didn't listen to the end of the video. In my last video, I was saying how taxi and limo drivers are also, they're our brothers. They're not our enemy. So I will be getting licensed to be taxi limousine service as well. Because people are like, yeah, taxis had it right all along. I agree. Because Uber and Lyft rates are just as high as taxis now. Even playing field. So that just makes it easier again to go private. And as far as I know, it's not as hard here in Connecticut as, say, a New York. You don't have to go get a medallion. You're doing just basic taxi and delivery. I don't even think we need a license for the taxi delivery part. I think the limousine part, so you could take cash from your customers legally, I think that might be needed. But we'll find out. I'm going to go over all that on the channel. Every license I try out and apply for, you guys are going to hear about it on both channels. I'm probably going to talk about it on Nice Guy Driver and Bootsy Blandon. I'm going to be talking about it. So all you got to do is tune in, keep watching, and we're going to go over all of that. But I'm feeling positive. Keep it up, Uber. Keep it up. Keep raising the rates. Customers are complaining all day today. Thank you. Keep raising them. And I don't want the passengers, if you're a passenger, I don't want you to get comfortable with Lyft neither. Oh, my vision. I got sidetracked. This is the vision I want. 2 to 3 drivers. I want them to stay independent contractors, but I want to send them work. Meaning, I'm going to apply under my company for different companies to do different types of deliveries. And then when I need them, I'll contact one of the 3 drivers. That's why I want 3, because I know not everybody's going to be available all the time. I want somebody that loves doing deliveries. I want somebody that does drive to New York, because I don't. And I want somebody that likes to drive at night. I will be the daytime driver. I get those 3 under my own brand, and then we get to work on building our own app. Why our own app? People, even though we use these apps to receive cash, Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, people want something with your brand that they can, say, relate to you, and they feel safer than one of these cash apps that they have out. They're gonna feel more comfortable, and it also gives you credibility. If I walk into a bank and I'll be like, look, we just launched our own app. This is what we're doing. It's gonna give you credibility. This is also gonna help you build your company. Now, if you're going for funding, and let's just say a company's doing not much. Let's just say it's making under 10 grand a month, and we have an app, steady flow coming in, let's say 7 grand a month coming in. I'm only paying myself out 5. That's enough to go to the bank and get more funding. just based on the revenue going into the account. And I heard TD Bank has a no-dot loan that I guarantee you, if you had $7,000 going in and out of your business bank account, they would give you, I think, up to 150,000 no-dot business line of credit for your business. You know what that means? You can go out and purchase another vehicle and put another body in it. This is what we're going to be doing. This is what we're going to be dreaming. We've dreamed about this for years, but because of Uber's greed, they're kind of pushing me to do it sooner. So thank you, Uber. Anybody from Uber that works for Uber listening, my name is William Blandon, and I am gonna go private. Thank you. Enjoy the next video. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.